All right. Good morning, everyone. I am presenting to you today a lesson about the 7 continents in the world. So, sorry. I'm going to use a PowerPoint to present the lesson that we are supposed to have. Now, we have the 7 continents in the world. I am Membran, and this is a science lesson as well as a social studies lesson in 3rd grade. Now, first of all, what are continents? Continents are massive land masses on the Earth's surface. Massive. When we speak of massive, that means it's big, humongous, gigantic. A lot of other things that you can teach the kids, word meaning masses, land masses. That means they are connected land. All right, land portion. Now, there are 7 continents on the Earth's surface, and I am going to tell you the 7 continents from the largest to the smallest. All right, of course, we're going to start from Asia, the largest. Second largest is Africa. Third is North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. All right, so 7 continents. Now, Asia is the largest and most populous continent, of course, because it has four, almost or more than, even right now is more than 4 billion people. And it is bounded on the north by the Arctic Ocean, on the west by the Pacific Ocean, on the south by the Indian Ocean, and Asia also has 48 countries, making it the most biggest continent. All right, this is Himalayas, and Himalayas are the highest mountains in the world. It is found in Asia. All right, so there are a lot of languages spoken in Asia. With India alone, there are, India has 30 official languages. In my country, the Philippines, we have a lot more too. Like around before, when I was in the grade school, I think we were talking about 70 languages. All right. So there are major attractions also in Asia, and one of them is Taj Mahal in India, and the Great Wall of China in, of course, China. Until now, I think this is closed right now for renovation, and of course, because of the pandemic, this is still closed. All right, so that is Asia, and now we come to Africa. Africa is composed. Africa is the and second and second largest and second most populated continent also. It is composed of 54 countries. The biggest of them is Algeria. All right, Algeria. It is bounded on the east by the Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean to the south, and Africa is the home of the longest river in the world, the Nile River. Okay, so Africa also has the largest hot desert, and that is in North Africa, which is Sahara Desert. Can you imagine living in a very hot, dry, sandy area? Ooh, my God, I've been there. I have not been to this desert, but I've been to a sandy, really hot area also. All right, now the third largest is North America. I don't know why there is a star there, but America is the third largest continent. It has 23 countries bounded on the north by the Arctic Ocean, of course, Pacific Ocean to the east, and west is Atlantic Ocean. Now, the largest populated country in North America is Mexico. All right. Now, North America claims to be the richest country in the world. One, probably you could say one of the richest countries in the world. And this is also where we can find the Statue of Liberty, which is in New York. This is a gift from France given to the United States. The story of this is that, this statue was made everywhere in the United States, and some of them were even made in France. There's a very good story about the Statue of Liberty in third grade, and it really moved me. Like, oh my God, look at them. It took them almost 2 years to finish this. I have been there 2 years ago, and really it will move you if you are into like, oh my God, how did friendship really start, and um, what was the relationship about, and can you imagine them parading with only the head of the Statue of Liberty, and then one of the parts is kept somewhere else in the library, and they have to accept donations such that they are able to put this up. Actually, the statue is really a big part of it, but down under this, the building, there are libraries and some gift shops under, but we did not go there. It was very cold at the time we went there. So that is the Statue of Liberty in North America. Also in North America is Walt Disney World in Florida. It says happiest celebration on earth. On our trip to Florida, I wish we could go there, but because of the distance and because it was most of the departments are still closed, we did not just really think about going there. All right, hopefully in the next few years we can. Another attraction in North America, which is between Canada and the United States, is Niagara Falls. That boat that is in the middle of the falls is that's a ferry boat actually. There are two of them that are taking turns to bring people who that can go closer to the falls. Oh, I've been there too. We were all wet, but it was a nice trip really with my son Alan and my daughter I. So we went there also with a co-teacher. I have several pictures that were taken in there. Anyway, so this is Niagara Falls, and it is located between Canada, Ontario, Canada, and New York of United States, New England actually. All right, South America is the South America is the fourth largest continent. Now, the largest of them is Brazil. There are 12 countries in South America. I'm very sorry. It should be South America. And South America is the home of Amazon River. The Amazon River is the largest river by volume, meaning it has a lot of water. Can you imagine the zigzaggy area flowing here and there? So it is also the home for biodiverse habitat for both plants and animals. This is Angel Falls. Angel Falls is the highest waterfalls in the world, and it is located in Venezuela. It is around 1,000 meters uninterrupted waterfalls. Uninterrupted meaning from the top it goes straight down. And I read about how far or how high that was, but I forgot the estimated height. Oh, I wish we could go there. That's in Venezuela. And here is again the Amazon rainforest. It is Amazon River Basin. Actually, it goes around, but then the most part of this is in Brazil. It is also known as the world's largest rainforest. A rainforest is a place where there is consistent rain all throughout the year, heavy rains all throughout the year, uh, making the Amazon River fill every now and then because of the heavy rain. So that is in South America. Can you just imagine if it rains all the time? I know one time I had a friend who, I think she's from South America, and she told me that there is never a day where they do not have rain showers. Which I think that's okay to making the air a little cool. I mean cooler. That's fine. All right, here are some of the major cities in South America: Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, Bolivia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname are only some of them. These are the known cities. Actually, if you would look at the names of the cities, you'll find Miss Brazil became the Miss Universe, I think. Miss Colombia also came out to be one of the Miss Universe, and Miss Venezuela also was one of them. So they are producing lots of beautiful women. Okay? All right. So Antarctica. I am just presenting to you the flat picture when you try to get a picture of the bulge of the globe that is in the Antarctic region. It is divided into West and East Antarctic regions. Now, if you would look around, um, the Antarctic region is surrounded by Southern Ocean. So I will hover my mouse. All around here is Southern Ocean. Now, you will see also that because that is the region of the earth that does not receive enough sunlight because it is already at the top. So we are expecting that it is an ice covered continent. And because it is an ice covered continent, it is the windiest, the driest, and the least populated continent. Who would live there? How could you live there with like ice all over? How do you construct your home or your house? It is covered with ice all throughout the year. So because it is the least populated, only researchers are temporarily residing in the area. They have, of course, they have a special accommodations, like maybe a big airplane where they have all the instruments, they have all the amenities that they need. So they are studying how animals and plants probably adapt to the environment. So there are no permanent resident there, only researchers. They come and go. All right. So Antarctica is the home of the emperor penguins. All right. The emperor penguins are in the south, while the bears are on the Arctic region. So the creator did not want that the emperor penguins will be eaten by the bear. That's why he has to separate them, which is a good thing too. You do not want some animals to just be eaten up for food by bigger animals, although that is the thing, survival of the fittest. But then the supreme being did not want that. So the emperor penguins are in the south, and knowing that the emperor penguin is just 1 meter high, 39 inch, 36 inches is 1 yard, so 1 meter is more than, 39 inches is more than 36. So that's, I just estimated it like 1 meter. Can you have a bird that is 1 meter tall? I'm trying to estimate it with my hand in here. 1 meter or 1 yard. Ooh, they are huge birds, huh? All right. And they could weigh from 45 to 99 pounds. That's how heavy they are. Now, just a short story about the emperor penguin, one that I have read, and this is not fake, it is true, that the father penguin is the one that takes care of the egg while it is still on a not hibernating actually, while the egg is not hatched yet. He has to guard the egg in between his feet. They have huge feet too. Can you imagine a 99-pound bird with small feet? That will not happen. So to balance it, they have big feet. So the daddy penguin, sorry, the daddy penguin would keep the egg in between his feet until it hatched. They do not have more than two eggs. The most that they could have is only one, or I mean two eggs, and not more than that. And so the mommy penguin is the one that looks for food. He dives, he flies from one region to the next to get food, and probably he's sharing it with daddy penguin. And so until the egg is hatched, the daddy penguin does not hunt anything for food. So most likely he is on diet. he should be on diet, huh? Anyway, that's how father's love is. Can you imagine that? All right. Anyway, so once the egg hatches, both of them, the mommy and the daddy penguin, has to live by and support the baby penguin as long as he cannot look for his own food yet. But of course, day by day, they're trying to train him or her how to look for food. And he is with other penguins. If you watch the movie Happy Feet, you will see how many penguins there are on that part of the earth. Although it says in the article that I read just few days ago that they are also endangered. I don't know why they are endangered too. Are they dying because of the cold temperature? But they are covered with coats of fine feathers, uh, and they should not be dying because of the weather, or they might be dying because there is no food available anymore. Anyway, so that's just the article that I have read. Anyway, let's go to Europe. Europe is the third most populated continent. Third, the second is Africa, and the third most populated continent is Europe, having 50 countries, and the biggest is Russia. Part of Russia is in Asia. Now, Europe is where you find Rome, and Rome is the city within a city. Vatican City is in Rome, and it is considered the smallest country in the world. This is the world one, the world area that you can see. That's the only city within. So I think the only people who are living within Vatican City are those who are in the Christian community or Catholic community, because that's where, if you can see all of this, all of this probably are the apostles. This is my wish of a lifetime. I hope I could go there. I want to go there, really. Anyway, so I think these are the apostles. I'm not very sure though. All right, so Vatican is in Europe, and it is the smallest country in the world. In Europe too, we will find Eiffel Tower, and Eiffel Tower is in France. France and Rome and Germany, they are in Europe. Anyway, so um okay, we come to Australia. Australia and Oceania. I think it's just because if you can see my mouse, because this continent is surrounded also with oceans. So there are only 14 countries there. That's why it's called Oceania. There are only 14 countries, and you can see it: Queensland, South and North Australia, Wales, Victoria, New South. Ooh, they have that one now, huh? All right. So Australia is the smallest continent, but Australia is the home of the koalas and the kangaroo. Yeah, a kangaroo. a kangaroo would give birth to a baby that is not fully developed, so she has to keep it in her pouch. The baby kangaroo is known as Joey. As soon as it is not developed yet, she has to stay in her mommy's belly, and will be nursed by the mommy through the belly. And as soon as the baby is able to manage to hop and jump and look for her own food, then he is free to go get out of the pouch. Now, if you can see, the tail of the kangaroo is the third leg of this animal. I just read that from something. I don't know. I read a lot about animals. I love reading about animals. Third leg, it's considered the third leg because when the kangaroo stands, look at the hoops is just with, it's kind of like folded. It's like our knee or our elbow. So it sounds like that. With the help of the tail, he can balance well enough. Don't you think? But when he jumps, the tail goes up, 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 because he jumps and jumps and jumps. All right, that's his mobility. All right. Australia is also the home of the opera house. An opera house is where entertainment, musicals, and other art exhibits and functions are held. So, can you just imagine the architectural design, the structure of this? It is just like, oh my God. I think you cannot even finish touring this area in 1 week. Okay, there are a lot of rooms. And another one that is famous also and popular with Australia is the Australian Alps. Actually, this just corresponds to our mountain ranges. Our mountain ranges is so, in my country, I can only speak about my country. Our mountain ranges starts from the north and goes as far as the middle of the country because the rest of the country is composed of islands. So mountain ranges are very good for plant habitat, diverse plant habitats. In this case, with Australia, it is kind of like, I think the highest that they have is 2,000 feet. It could be covered with snow on winter, and on summer and spring, this is all green. So that's how beautiful it is. Can you imagine? Um, in my next episode, I'm going to show you some of our Philippine wonders. So you will see that there are two wonders of the world that are found in the Philippines. Anyway, Australia, the seventh continent. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson as much as I did. While I was doing this, I kept on reading articles. I kept on reading things that would enhance it because I want you to appreciate and realize that every continent has its uniqueness, but those uniqueness will contribute to the beauty of the continent, and it will eventually be something that people will appreciate and be excited about. Who knows, somebody would like in my case, I would really want to visit Rome. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like and subscribe, as I am going to put this in my YouTube channel so you will get updates for new uploads. I am Embren, and I'm happy to always share with you some of the tidbits of my teaching strategies in any levels of education. And this is one of the lessons that I presented 2 weeks ago with my third graders. So you can probably you may even use this. I will allow you to use my YouTube videos as well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye now.